Is the mortgage world going to come to an end? Ladies and gents, I wanted to talk to you all about, is the mortgage world going to come to an end? We've just been hit by the fact that stamp duty has now changed the industry. The market has changed, but that brings new opportunities. Whenever the world changes, as when we got hit by a pandemic at the beginning of 2020, things like SDLT, things like furlough, criteria changing constantly. There's still going to be a huge opportunity for you because there is a shortage of houses. So although there is predictions in some spaces that the market is going to close and slow down, I don't believe it will, because demand is still outweighing supply. And that's what you've got to realize. There is a huge opportunity still available to you if you haven't grasped it yet to make fast business growth, particularly in 2022. The thing that I want to make you realize is that opportunity needs to be grasped in the next couple of months, because when you plant a seed today, you're not going to expect to have a tree there tomorrow. You don't walk into a gym and expect to look like The Rock after one day's training. These things take time. They take some nurturing. So I wanted to give you some thought processes, some tips and some strategies that you can use so that you don't become stressed out. You don't become that stressed out financial services advisor who's worrying about where the next lead client and sale is coming from. You don't get overwhelmed trying to implement multiple different things all at once that are going to cause you more aggravation and stress and worry than you really need to think about. And you don't want to be figuring it all out on your own. This is something that I'm constantly telling my mentees to think about. Plan for the future. The stuff that you do today is very transactional. But if you want to be thinking transformational, then you have to be thinking 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 months ahead of time as well. As say, the seed that you plant today is for the business that you're building tomorrow, next month, next week, next year, next decade. So here's a few little hints and tips and things that you can utilize to your advantage. Where do you want to be in the next 12 months? You know, what's your vision? What's your goals? What's your focus going to be? What's your income that you need to have? What's the team size that you want? As the world starts to open back up again, the need to be working from home is definitely still there. Some people like it, but many people want to get back to offices. I, for one, love having some time on my own, but also I can't wait to get back into an environment where it's fast paced, where there's a great culture, where there is that clear, distinct goal that we're all working towards to be the best, to live a standard of life, to build a business that supports our customers and our clients. And you want to be thinking that far ahead too. You want to be making sure that having set that vision and that goal for the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, that you want to be focusing on all the free and organic marketing opportunities. There is still a huge opportunity with social media. You know, with all different social media apps coming out all the time. Clubhouse changed the game at the beginning of 2021. But with algorithms constantly changing, you need to be making sure that you're putting energy and effort into one social media channel initially. You can only focus on one thing at a time. There's a great book called The One Thing. When you just focus and nail down on one particular thing, one social media channel, one method of communication, it begins to get results. The key thing is the ability to then leverage and repurpose that content into other pieces of content. But free and organic is a huge way to go. You've then got to be making sure, particularly now, and I see this all the time in financial services and in other industries too, a consistent sales process that you do not deviate from, but also a system that backs it up. Now, in financial services particularly, you have a network, and the belief is that the network system is what you need to be utilizing. No. A network system is for the network to manage the compliance. You need to manage your customer journey in order to remove the stress, the overwhelm, and the frustration, and know exactly what is going on with each and every opportunity that you're going to be bringing in. With more marketing brings more leads. With more leads brings more reasons for processes and systems to break, which is why they need to be hugely robust. And you cannot bring in people realistically without the ability to manage the process and the system. My belief is with a consistent process, you systemize the process, and then you bring in people to manage that process and that system for you. It's what I've done over and over again, whether it's a marketing process, whether it's a sales process, whether it's a business process, an operations process. Once you have the ingredients and then you have the recipe, anyone can build the cake. The last part is obviously the more sales. With more marketing is going to drive more leads, is going to drive more sales, and is going to drive more profit. So you need to be making sure that you're constantly sharpening that axe and focusing on your skills to overcome objections, to have the right conversations, to press the right buttons with your customers, to sell a fee, to enhance your protection premium, to increase your conversion ratio. You need to be making sure that you are constantly investing in yourself in order to be able to get the results that you want. Your business is never going to be able to grow unless you grow. That's one of my biggest learnings from doing no personal development in my first 10 years of business. So yes, the mortgage world is going to change. Yes, I used a hook to get you to watch this by saying it's coming to an end. Yes, stamp duty has come to an end, but there is still a huge opportunity in front of you in 2022. And it's going to be make or break for many of you. You are going to be stressed out if you don't focus on building your business now, if you don't focus on putting things that I've just mentioned into action now to make sure that you are able to delegate and elevate. You are able to let go to grow. You are able to leverage. If you're stressed out, frustrated, or overwhelmed at the present time, it's because you haven't sat down and worked out your vision and your goals, got a predictable marketing system, implemented processes and systems, brought in people, and are maximizing your sales opportunities. I see so many financial services professionals working hard, not smart. You need a PA. You need an administrator. You need someone who you can delegate the lower value tasks to. The reason? Because if it's just you, you've just created yourself another job. So many financial services professionals, particularly in mortgages, leave an employed job thinking that they need to do it all by themselves. And that just causes you more stress, more frustration, more anxiety. If you've got plans to go on holiday next year, do you want to be walking up the steps to get on the plane and you get that phone call where the mortgage offer's bailed out and you're on a 4-hour flight and you spend that whole 4 hours being able to do nothing, stressed out? Think about it. I'm a huge fan of a PA and administrator, and many of my clients get a PA and administrator as soon as possible. But that comes after you've completed 5 other steps. I'd love to help you get more results. Everything starts with marketing, maximizing every lead, maximizing every opportunity. So just have a think for me today, for you today, not for me. Have a think for you. Where do you want to be at the end of next year? I normally do my planning 12 months in advance, but I'm taking the opportunity 18 months in advance because there is a huge opportunity for everyone and anyone who wants to grab it right now in your business. So sit down and think about what your ideal life looks like. Change your mindset to one of growth, to one that wants to overcome challenges, that wants to go to a new level. When you think about your childhood, you continue to learn. You learn to walk. You learn to ride your bike. You go through teething pains. You go through growing pains. You go through stress. But you've always got your parents to lean on. You've always got their support, their guidance, their coaching, their mentoring. But what about when you get to adulthood? I made a huge mistake in my first 10 years from 2006 to 2016, not having anyone else to lean on. And being part of a community of like-minded individuals, growth-minded individuals, sharing ideas around where you want to go and where you want to be in the future makes you think bigger, makes you act differently, changes your view, changes your outlook. Your glass can either be half empty or it can be half full. I am sick to death of seeing people stressed out, frustrated, and worried in this industry. And it's about time that you invest in yourself. You realize that yes, you can get a qualification, but a qualification doesn't teach you how to do the job. Yes, there are people who are going to teach you how to do the job, and you can be really good at doing the job, but that doesn't make you a good business owner. You put in the 30 hours of CPD to be a broker, to be an advisor, but what about the 30, 40, 50 hours of CPD to be a business owner, to understand the principles that I've spoke to you about today? I hope that gives you some inspiration, some motivation, and a wee bit of education. If you need help, if you need support, if you need guidance, then I would love to help you. You can always reach out to me. If you're feeling stressed, frustrated, anxious, or worried about what your future looks like, about leads, sales, opportunity, time to do more of what you love with who you love, they are the things that I am used to helping my clients to achieve 6 figures within the space of 12 months. The best result we had so far is someone achieving in excess of 6 figures. I think it was 134,000 inside 6 months. So I know for a fact that there is support and coaching and mentoring available to you should you want to change your life and change your business. So just have a think today where you want to be. And thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Remember, now's your opportunity to become pro.